McClellan. This is my brother Ryan McClellan and my dad Dan. And special guest today in studio as well is Zeke.
I'll become the family psychiatrist at halftime.
Yeah. Dad's like, don't worry, it's really early. I'm like, what the heck is
Calm
going
down,
on today?
We're in the natty, baby.
I know I was in church when I seen the alert go off, and so I gave an extra hallelujah.
Yes, sir.
So it makes you feel very appreciative that he joined us today.
Yeah, we're pretty lucky.
It must be worth my time. And
You made such a big impact about your life with Jesus Christ and the way that you love God and the way you show it every day. And you're starting to see this, the younger generation that might have looked up to you when you played.
Yeah.
And now what they're doing with Ohio State just did, I'd like to just hear your comment.
we should all treat people like Danielle treats people.
Absolutely. Yeah, amen.
It would be a better place.
Hey guys, welcome back to the MacCast. I'm Jason McClellan, joined as always by my brother Ryan, my dad Dan,
Fired up.
and he's fired up, so is Zeke. A lot of fun stuff to talk about. Okay, we had the NFL draft, we had the Ohio State spring game. We usually talk Buckeyes, we usually talk Browns. Right now we're talking a little horsey stuff. We got some ponies about ready to race. We got a little action on it. We're excited about it. And what you got for us, Ryan?
I mean, 152 years, 152nd annual Kentucky Derby. That is one of the longest traditions that I know of. Yeah, you look at some of the top ones out there. You look at the Masters, you look at the U.S. Opens, you look at, so there's probably some hockey ones out there between Canada and U.S., the Olympics and stuff. But I think the Kentucky Derby is kind of like the granddaddy of them all when it comes to horse racing. It's kind of like their Super Bowl we talked a little bit about. And it's always interesting to me when it comes to this time about, the average ages, the weights, the purses is what everyone's,
Yeah.
But I think more than that sometimes is what people's outfits are. If you always see them with the crazy hats on.
That's a big deal. The pageantry is a big part of that Kentucky there. Even the men walk around with fedoras.
It's a different breed. It's not anything that I'm used to, that's for sure. But I also think that
A lot of boozing going on too.
that too. Yeah.
All big time boozing.
I think.
Not my kind of game, but
Well, it seems like a big build up for a very short amount of time.
unless there's a ball involved, I'm not interested.
Yeah. And I'm an animal lover too, and generally have your opinion, so all respect. But I guess those animals are really well.
They're beautiful.
Yeah, they're beautiful. They're well taken care of.
Better than you and I.
If you wanted to be a horse, it'd probably be one of those horses. So, that's really exciting. It's actually about to kick off right now as we're recording live. But speaking of like thoroughbreds, the amount of Buckeyes that went in the NFL drafts, you talk about thoroughbreds. That was exciting to see. I think, did I see how many, what was the significant amount? Was it 11?
They had 11 total that went in this draft, yeah. They have, I believe, 14 that went the year before. In 2025, which produced 25 in the last 2 years. Ties the all-time record held by Georgia in the 2022 to 2023 period. I would say that was a stretch where they won a national championship as well.
Okay, yeah. So it was Georgia?
Yeah, Georgia in 2022 and 2023 also had 25.
Okay.
The 11 rookies that were taken signed a total contract of $214 million combined.
Jeez,
That's a lot of money, man.
Yeah. I love that you brought that up first because we could dive right into that. Five picks right off the bat in the first round, 5 Buckeyes.
yeah. Guess what? Guess what? That's the whole ethos that went in the draft. I think maybe all first rounders from the championship, the national championship defense. They all have been drafted.
Yeah, they've all been drafted. I think very good point. I think Cardinal Tate, though, getting picked number 4 by Tennessee Titans is probably the
Shock yet.
that they took him that early. Obviously, with the needs they needed. Last year they were one of the bottom pits. We all thought they were going to go Arvo Reese or even Sonny Styles, kind of impress people. Yeah. But it did take long. As soon as Cardinal Tate came off the board, you saw the next pick right away. It was Arvo Reese at 5, Sonny Styles at 7, and Caleb Downs followed up in the lobby.
How about Reese's story? He's the guy that went to Glenwood under Coach Gann?
Yes.
Okay, and how they've been busting him up a little bit about his GPA and not being very intelligent, but his story is one of those of overcoming so many obstacles as a young kid that talks about how our area of football here and high school football in Ohio can be influential into people's lives. So now where he's, played for the Giants. So it's kind of significant story from that. So
And he's a monster. He's a hybrid kind of guy. Yeah. So they have him listed as a linebacker, but as we know, he played for linebacker and edge for us as well.
I could see a wrestler.
And the Giants are loaded on the defensive line right now from last year's draft on some trades I think they made just recently. And then getting Armand Reese, the first pick of the draft, you obviously knew that he was a franchise player you can build around. They hit a lot around Michael Parsons kind of contracts, Miles Garrett's kind of contracts after his rookie year. And to have a guy like that that's generational, you just move all around is super scary for offensive players.
Sure.
The biggest one I'm super proud about is Sonny Styles. He wasn't really talked about much throughout the year about being a high pick. As soon as he had his combine, he just turned everything upside down for that kid. And obviously he went number 7, which is probably nothing he would have ever dreamed of. I'm sure of. He was just one of those guys that did what you told him to do, and he would make the tackles, make the reads like you needed, and then send it pick off the board. There's a lot of top talented guys that you could have chosen over him, but obviously Washington needed a linebacker. He was pretty freaking good.
Yeah.
The steal of the draft, they say, is Caleb Downs. He's widely the most lengthiest guy, they say. Not lengthiest in size-wise, but lengthiest contract-wise. And he's probably going to play very, very, very long time. The way he plays, the way his body is, the way his style is. So they're calling him steal the draft from the first round.
I like it. I mean, I agree with that. 100%. What do you think that it means for Jeremiah Smith?
Seeing those guys get picked early?
Or exactly. Do you feel that, it puts a certain pressure? Is that too long down the road that you can discuss?
Well, there was a lot of analysts saying, why is he playing again this year? Why does he pull like an AJ Green and just not play?
Yeah.
He's already going to be, he has proved everything. What else does he have to prove?
Because he has this ambition to become the greatest college receiver ever. He said that out of his own mouth. He said, I want to be the greatest, not only at Ohio State, but in college football ever. That came out of his own mouth 2 years ago. That was his goal. So that's probably why he wants to stay.
In what was he averaging? Over 1,000 yards a year and over, it's like a touchdown a game is what he's
I don't know if he's old enough to come out.
Well, yes, it's either age or 3 years of college football.
He's only played 2.
And after this year is him. So
that's what I'm saying. He could have came out if he was old enough. But he wasn't.
Probably, yeah. So
he was only 17 when he came to Ohio State. So
there's always
he got some longevity ahead of him.
Nuts.
There's always that early look of next year. A lot of analysts do that for some reason. I don't know, is it just to get some talk out there, get some bites? They have one analyst has got Jeremiah Smith going number 2, just because of the quarterback being that's always needed. How many years have we seen a quarterback on the
top
ball?
3 positions? They'll be. That's what he's figuring out without trades.
Yeah.
But the top 3 spots in the NFL draft, I'm saying next year at least minimum, the top 3 spots are going to be quarterbacks because it's the strongest quarterback class in years next year. And Archie Manning is one of them. And you know what? They're not picking him to go number 1.
So yeah, that's who.
It all depends on how he does this year. He hasn't lived up to his billing. So,
Yeah.
So we'll see. This is the year he should take off. And boy, there are people salivating over him.
Yeah, he's got the size. He's a man, and obviously, he's playing a very good team. Texas, obviously. Well, it all has to do with what they do this year. I think.
His dad is Marshall Manning. Cooper. I'm sorry. And Cooper, Peyton, and Eli typically referred to as the more athletic Manning of all 3 of them. Is that correct?
You're saying Cooper was the most athletic? That's
right. Yeah, I think that's
what I've heard.
That don't take much. Those 2 are. I love Eli and I love Peyton. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I thought they were very smart quarterbacks.
The Super Bowl.
But they were. It ain't like they were busting some long runs or anything.
No, they definitely weren't a long running type quarterbacks, but they were definitely field generals.
Yes, they were. They found Jolie Eyes.
Never done it. I think their father was pretty good too.
So Cooper ain't saying much.
And I don't know. I think that the sky is still this season's definitely going to be a big make or break for him.
Yeah, I think so too. And he might have the speed and the arm just like his dad and the arm like his brothers, but like I don't know if I quite see the field generally yet.
Well,
Yeah. I think he's still too young.
he's got the right range, and they will work with him. But I can tell you this right now: if he doesn't produce this upcoming season for him, they'll talk him into coming back as for his senior year.
Oh, is that right?
I could easily see that. Yeah.
To get some more tape.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Whatever you say.
So, because right now he's not the number 1 pick next year.
No.
He's in the top 5, but he's not. I think I saw him at 4, something like that. The not too early draft, the mock drafts.
Yeah. All right. So let's circle back to Ohio State.
Yeah.
Were you able to watch the spring game? How did you watch it? What did you do? I think I had to record a little bit of it to catch up.
I just seen highlights of it basically.
Okay.
I'll watch it. I think the biggest one that I seen was the arm talent of St. Clair. The connection with St. Clair and Chris Henry Jr.
Oh, he looks so good.
He looks good.
Oh my gosh.
To me, he looks like a Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah.
I don't think, and I hate to say it, but he's not as dominant as Jeremiah Smith his freshman year. But again, no one ever is going to be like a Jeremiah Smith their freshman year. So it's almost hard to expect a guy that's been highly rated, talked about coming out of high school, making a day 1 impact like Jeremiah Smith. Does that hurt a guy like Chris Henry Jr., where you're always in the shadows? They showed the clip. They showed the clip on ESPN of all the top receivers every year up for Ohio State that goes in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
And Chris Henry Jr. is this young kid coming out of high school, and he gets in this big college stadium. Do you think that has a little bit to do with him once he gets it?
I think
first couple games
actually help him in the opposite. I think in the opposite direction, all the attention will be put on Jeremiah Smith or to scheme on how to take him out of the game. That's going to leave,
Tate was only a 1-year starter.
It's going to leave my guy wide. I mean, I think it's Chris Henry.
He was a 1-year starter. He did get into a couple games the year before as 3rd or 4th receiver. So we knew that he was going to step into that second receiver spot. I don't think Henry's going to he's going to get the start. He's that good. I think he will earn the start. He's that good, man. And I don't think he'll have any trouble at all. Because as well as I do, until he proves himself, Jeremiah Smith's going to get double teamed.
Oh, for sure. And we can't forget about
Once he proves himself, they won't be able to double team him no more. Because you got a slot coming back that's proven, and you got new tight ends.
Yep, you're hit on the mark when you said you have another slot guy who's been there. This is his 5th year. College football, I love how it's turned the table, where you have a lot of teams like last year. Indiana has a lot of seniors, a lot of heavy guys. Ohio State did it 2 years ago and won. So I almost feel like having the guys who have the most experience on a team
means a lot.
Means a lot more than what you actually think it is in today's world.
They revamped their offensive line, and they look pretty decent.
Yeah.
Defense looked dominant, dude. I mean, and they replaced all 11 basically. Right? They got what, 1 or 2 returners?
On the defensive side?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they got Petty John. So this is a list of guys that are first-round talent picks. It could be first-round draft picks next year. You got Devin Sanchez already. You have Edric Houston, who was really highly ranked. He was a 4-star Mets lineman. You've got Ray Pennajon, another top-rated linebacker. And then you have Jeremiah Matthews, who's coming back for his senior year as a 5-star quarterback that came in. Outside of Jeremiah Smith, Julian Sain, if he's able to go, which I think we had to talk, he's able to go. Just insane to hear that you might have another 4, 5, 6 round picks in another year after you already had 10 and then you had 14 draft picks. It's crazy to think, but now they're saying it's a day effect. Like if you want to come to Ohio State, it's like the minor league to the NFL.
It is.
He has produced so much first round picks since taken over. And I did a little bit of history there looking at it. A question I have is, where do you think Ryan Day ranks of all-time Ohio State coaches.
Where's Ray?
Yeah, probably Smith.
I didn't even talk about Will Smith. You're right. He's coming back for you.
Will Smith Jr., I mean, he's another. He hasn't really. Well, he swatted down Julian Sand, but
Just wait. He's gonna make a leap.
yeah, I think he demonstrated a little bit of that on.
I love this dad, dude.
Yeah,
I hate what his dad was. National championship team,
yeah.
and
He's
he's
definitely got it in his blood. He's Scarlet and Gray all the way for sure. But I think that was another guy that was a good one. But I'm sorry, I didn't need to take away from.
No, it's so hard not to even think about guys that you didn't make a big impact last year, but are going to be dominant again. And being at Ohio State, if you're going to start, you're probably going to be most likely looking at being picked.
It's not hard to get excited about the Buckeyes.
It's not at all. Well, here I do have a couple. So kind of a questionable area for them is offensive line. What did you think?
They revamped it.
Yeah, how do you feel they performed during the spring game? We got the left tackle Austin
Severo's back.
and
Montgomery is back. Your center's back.
but they were sidelined.
Running backs.
They were sidelined with injuries during the spring game. That
I mean, but you had both your running backs on the side with injuries as well.
Yeah, the two projected starters, and then there's three behind them that are really good. So it's like, okay, they're so deep now. That's the thing. People want to come to Ohio State because they know if they do, their chances of getting into the NFL are better than anywhere else.
Yeah, I mean this particular draft definitely reinforces that. That is for sure.
But back to your question, where do you think this Ryan Day ranks?
Where do you think he ranks top of all time Ohio State coaches?
Maybe fourth.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you have him as fourth?
Why?
What's keeping him from being?
Because the greatest coach of all time was Woody Hayes, man. You can't compare to what Woody Hayes did for that program. And then after Woody Hayes, you had Jim Tressel. And then after Jim Tressel, you had Urban Meyer. And now you got Ryan Day. That's where me personally place him about fourth.
So I think it is hard to keep Woody Hayes from being number one because of the 5 titles that he brought to Ohio State.
He made Ohio State what it is.
And you're saying in winning percentage wise, he went down at 76%, was his win percentage. Definitely looking at Ryan Day at 87%, looking at Urban Meyer at 90% winning percentage. But it's almost going to take those guys, Urban Meyer, Ryan Day, what they just did in their 10-year period, whatever, another 10 years to get to Woody Hayes. With Woody Hayes having 205 wins, 61 losses, and 10 ties. It's pretty amazing.
I could see Ryan Day doing that simply because they play more games these days.
He's got to do better against the team up north.
And that's a great point. I love that you brought up the Michigan.
That's what
He has some bad luck to 1 year.
I mean, to be in that argument and winning percentage or not, I mean, he's done great for the Buckeyes.
You're gauged by the team up there.
You gotta beat the team up much more than he struggled a little bit. I mean, I love Ryan Day. Don't get me wrong. I think that he's awesome. I mean, just 2 or 4 against Michigan is not good. Not good. Now, I do think that he also had one of the most difficult playoff tournaments ever assembled that he overcame during their national championship run. That has to propel him a little bit too. So
Who won?
Oh, you're asking for the company.
Yeah, who won the
It was a long shot guy.
Where was that?
Tempo something.
They never heard of the guy. What he was
23-1.
he was supposed to be in the back.
But he ended up winning it. Still, the record still stands at a minute 59, I think minute 58. Don't quote me on that. He ran at 2:02. So, is that a untouchable time? From 1974.
They'll get it. Somebody will get it.
But it's crazy to think.
Records are made to be broken.
And all that training and time, it's a 2-minute race. If you're not
2 minutes, man.
Isn't that crazy?
live up for it. So
All that for build up and all that pageantry and hey, it's a big deal, man. Big deal.
Yeah, it's good lab. That's awesome.
It's on the lines of the Daytona 500, the Indianapolis 500, and
Yeah.
So
Super Bowl.
after we're still on Ohio State, let's talk straight to the schedule. Ohio State. Look at the schedule. Let's go there first, okay?
It's a gauntlet.
They have what I feel like is the single hardest collection of away games. They go to Texas, they go to Iowa, but Indiana and go to USC. Indiana and USC are back-to-back as well. You do have to go against Oregon, and then you have to go against the team up north. Those are both homeland, thank goodness. But when you look at it, I feel like right off the bat that Texas-Ohio State game is probably going to alter the entire season. Also the way it goes.
At Texas, at Iowa, at USC.
Pretty tough.
That's great time to tell. Yeah, and then the Oregon at home in November.
And then you have team up north at the end of the year, of course. Or you've got
Surprise. We hope the Buckeyes don't have to play Penn State.
Yeah, and a down year for Penn State.
Yeah, we're not going to get.
You're not going to be able to beat them up on them, but they're going to be pretty good coming back pretty soon. I don't think it's going to take them very long. But when you look at their number 10 for the toughest schedules, and when you look at their schedule, Texas, Indiana, Oregon, and team up North Michigan, out of those 4 schools, they're usually in the top 5.
Yeah.
So to have them be the top 10 toughest schedule, it's like crazy. And they play in the
Who's got the tougher schedule?
They play 4 out of 5 toughest stadiums in college football. So Texas rounds it out number 1. They have the toughest schedule: Ohio State, Oklahoma, Ole Miss, LSU, and Texas A&M. The reason why they're number 1 is because the 4 of those teams made it to the college football playoffs last year. So that's obviously why they would get it. And they're at Texas A&M, and they're at Ole Miss, and they're at LSU. They have Oklahoma and Ohio State home, but they have a pretty gauntlet schedule as well. So again, I think for both teams, it's going to be determined how the season goes. Texas have the number 1 toughest schedule, excuse me. Ohio State has number 10.
That base.
But
it's that first game for this season and very important then. Well, I mean,
thankfully it's number 2.
It's first as far as the strength goes. It's the second game of the season, correct?
Correct. It's second game. Ball State's first.
Yeah, that's the warm-up game. Get the bugs worked out.
But going back a little bit, you talked about the spring game and talking about some of those early recruiting, transport portal areas. 2 standouts right off the bat. One that we didn't talk about much is Earl Little Jr. from Florida State. He's safety. He's going to fill that gap where Caleb Downs left. They already have him projected as a first round talent. He's a big safety. They say he's got the pop in it, where he's going to be able to come downhill and he'll go hit a running back and put him on their bum. He's got the power to do it. Another receiver transfer is going to make an impact probably day 1 is Kyle Parker from LSU. He's coming over with his coach, so there's a little bit of chemistry there. I'm interested to see how that goes. Obviously, the question mark is, what do we think the offense is going to do this year?
Run ball.
With Arthur Smith in there. You got 4 running backs, it seems like, on the team that could do anything. You've got a first-round running back that's in his second year.
I just think back to the offensive line. I mean, that's going to dictate it for you moving the ball.
They're going to run the ball because Julian Sane is going to be required to tuck and run it once in a while this year.
Okay. What do you think St. Clair's performance and uprising gives him any extra motivation either? I think it might.
I don't know, but I think that they're going to run the ball
with the quarterback
until they bring up some help, safety help, and then they'll go over the top.
Okay.
That's the way I think your offense is going to be. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be razzle-dazzle.
I mean, I think there were some articles where I read the same thing, that they're trying to get him to become more of an RPO.
Yeah.
A true RPO quarterback. So we'll see.
But keep an eye out for a secret transfer kicker from Baylor, Connor Hawkins. He's valued as a must-hit addition to the kicking game. He's pretty dead accurate from what I've heard, and if anything you know from the 2025 Big Ten Championship game in the college football playoffs, field goals have been a struggle for some reason in Ohio State.
That's rare, but Ohio State, because usually they always have a good kicker. Always. No punter, good kicker.
Yeah, it's definitely always been I think one of those pillar focus for Ohio State is their special teams.
Yep.
For Rizzo
started that.
Well, Jim Tressel for sure. Urban Meyer's a big guy.
That's best play of the game is a punt.
Well,
punt's the best play of the game.
There, yeah.
Turn his field position.
Yeah, I mean,
he's a true believer.
It's a very important part of this. I don't know if it's the ass part.
Well, I don't know exactly what his comment was, but it was something like
something along those lines. Yeah. anyhow, I just think that, you know, what was that, Z?
That's that breath. Yeah, on my face.
Anyhow, hey, you know, this is a great time. Take a break, check in with Danielle, see what she's got with Danielle's Daily Dose. And so what we got for us today, Danielle?
Hello, everybody. Back to another story of the day today. And today we are going to talk about a NFL player, Tyrone Montgomery. So as the story goes, he signed with the Tennessee Titans as an undrafted free agent, and it was his dream to be in the NFL. A standout basketball player, Montgomery played all throughout high school, which is unbelievable. And his high school was Texas, is where he played. Anywho, he was a walk-on. He also went to LSU right out of high school, is where he actually ended up out of high school. You know, he went to Texas, but then he transferred to LSU and played there right after high school, after he graduated and everything. That's when he went to LSU. Anyhow, but after his mom, Tara, which is his mom, she got sick with cancer, so he went back home to be with her, which is really what you should do is when somebody is sick like that. Because I can relate to my mom's best friend Tabitha, so I knew what his mom was going through. Playing football in the backyard with his younger brother was the dream of his little brother also to become a football player as well, with him being in the NFL too. And so his mom wanted a dream for not only him, but also his younger brother. After losing his mom, she did everything to make her son proud to see him go in the NFL draft before she passed away. That's what Dreama was, to see her son, to get called his name in the NFL draft of 2026, which is pretty cool. That would be a dream for me to go watch the NFL draft. That's always something that I always wanted to do. So that was her dedication, her dream. And so she really wanted to come true for him, which it really happened. He actually got his name called in the NFL draft, which, how cool is that? He did great things in the NFL, and he wanted the same thing for his younger brother. And he went to football camps, trained for months and months, so he could be on a team where he wanted to be. And he finally got that name called, and it was just awesome to see that his mom could be there to see him get his name called, and actually to see him get his hat and everything, that when he got his name called in the NFL draft. I think that'd be a really cool thing to see. But anyways, I hope you guys have a good night, and I'll be back for another Inspirational Story next time. Back to you, Jason and Ryan.
Thanks, Danielle. That was awesome. Welcome back to the studio. Here we are. We just got done talking about the Bucks. One of our favorite topics. We'll move on to our other favorite topic, the Cleveland Browns. Depending on what day you ask. I do love the Browns. I think the draft was another, another win for the Cleveland.
I bleed my orange brown.
Yeah.
I stick with them through the years of losing. I've seen a few years of winning. We might not have won a Super Bowl, but we won a bunch of the AFC Championship 2 years in a row. So there was some wins compiled in those 2 seasons, and that was fun. That was Bernie Kosar.
There's that YouTube video. I remember in the beginning of I'd say on YouTube, but it was a TV commercial. It was a Cleveland Browns song. And it was about that.
We're going to the Super Bowl.
It's easier than every season I said that video. Yeah, I know. That's what it makes me think of when you talk like that.
Bernie Kosar. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
The Brian Sipe years where they were called the Cardiac Kids.
The Cardiac Kids, some of it, so classic stuff. But I'll tell you, it looks like this draft could even be better than last year's draft.
Andrew Berry did another great draft on paper. We have to really watch these guys play to make the final judgment. But on talent, the picks look really good. And analysts around the league say the Cleveland Browns they won the draft, or pretty close to the talk of winning the draft. That's how well he did. But he started out he traded back 3 spots from 6 to 9 and got the guy he wanted anyways. Because he knew whatever fell in front of him, he wanted Fana. They wanted Fana. They wanted top rated.
They weren't worried about his arm size. Even though they were talking about his arm size, everybody's like, oh, yeah.
He's got,
Yeah. So that trade, I thought it was great. Jeez, yeah. Now, does it make you nervous when everyone in the NFL community come to a consensus that the Cleveland Browns are making good decisions? Is that right?
Well,
Does it make you nervous, boys? Because that doesn't happen very often.
If you look at the overall draft of who he took, it's compiled of a lot of talent. He addressed the areas in the offense that needed a draft.
Who'd you like the most?
The most?
Yeah. Who was your, obviously,
Boston.
yeah, Denzel Boston. Denzel Boston.
Yeah, Denzel Boston was probably my favorite pick.
Yeah. Now, Concepcion?
I knew that was coming only because, do you guys know who Danielle Jeremiah is? He's an analyst now for the NFL channel, and he does a lot of draft stuff.
Okay.
Okay, he had his partner seat in the draft. He was on one of the shows that I was watching on YouTube, and he coughed for the Browns pick. And he was right.
Okay.
But just to give you a little back history on Daniel, to explain who he is, Daniel Jeremiah got his start as a scout for the Cleveland Indians baseball.
Nice.
And he did such a great job baseball, the Browns stole him. So he went to the Browns. He wasn't there but a cup of coffee, and then bam. So he got an NFL job.
So he knows how to analyze talent.
Yes. So he was pretty excited about Concepcion.
So we have Concepcion, we have Boston. So, and we already have Jerry, Judy, and Tillman in there. So there's one football to go around. How is Malkin?
You'll be surprised that all those receivers will still be there. All the top receivers. Bond, Tillman.
Yeah, Tillman and
but they're going to lose their starting positions. Judy probably the only one that may keep his third job. I mean, depends on if he drops balls. He won't have it long.
Yes,
but Boston's on the outside.
Depends on who's throwing it.
Concepcion is a gadget guy too. They'll run him out of the backfield and sweeps, stuff like that.
Okay.
They compare him to one of the San Francisco's receivers that did that a lot.
Curtis Samuel?
Yeah. But not the one they have is it Atlanta that has a good receiver that runs the ball too? Somewhere they compared it to, and they said, no, it's not quite that.
No, it's Debo Samuel. Debo. So it was Samuel.
Curtis Samuel.
No, there was a Curtis. Debo was the one that played for.
That's right, Debo.
He was the guy on San Francisco. That sticks out to me at least. Yeah. So you're saying that it's either a producer, nice guy up, kind of helps everybody in the locker room.
But do you think they drafted him more for his special abilities? I'm going to say, other than just being a true receiver.
They got him for a slot receiver. His downfall is he's had 7 drops last year, so they got to get him out of that.
Do you think he was their number 1 receiver on the board that they wanted after Tate was gone?
Yeah.
See, I think they
never. I'll tell you right now, they weren't going to take. They knew they weren't going to be able to get Tate.
Correct.
When they wanted to take him, because they wanted to tackle that first pick.
Yeah, and that makes total sense.
Everybody was guessing on that until it come out that they were definitely going for a tackle with their first pick.
Hey, I think I was right. We'll go back and show it, but I'm pretty sure I said get an offense tackle
first
and go back receiver.
And I wasn't on your bandwagon on that because I wanted tape. I was biased that I had tape.
I think I definitely was right. So Josh, please throw it back in there.
You were right.
Show it.
You don't have to. He's right.
Like the double dip. I like the Browns getting a tackle at number 6 and then looking at like Amar Cooper Jr., from Indiana, or like a Lemon from USC, just because like Cooper is a yards after the catch machine, which fits Todd Monken's explosive offensive scheme. Pairing him up with Anders, pairing up with a Cooper Jr. who is able to move freely, fits Monken's kind of scheme, and I feel like I like that, the double dip, better than I do getting an offensive tackle. Or getting a receiver first pick and then getting an offense tackle later in the 24th pick.
I do think they missed out though. I think Casey Concepcion was not their number 2 guy in their board. They just missed out on Lemon. I think the Eagles trading up to steal Lemon was huge.
It did make a difference, but they weren't going for Lemon. They were going for Concepcion. Daniel Jeremiah knew who they were taking.
I still think
he knew.
Still need a number 1.
You ain't that lucky to pick Concepcion out of and be right. You ain't that lucky.
Yeah.
No one had Concepcion going in the first round.
Then why take him at number 1 that high?
Because they had him on.
But they end up taking Boston right after. Why not? If you were
they traded back, that was another good move. Boston. Is that who they traded up for?
They traded up for Warren, the safety.
Oh yeah, this is Warren from Bowling Green,
from Toledo.
That's
that was probably my favorite pick that the Browns got. Was him.
Very decoy, man.
He was a steal. They fell that far in the second round. That many people saw and knew he'd be there that long, or knew he was gonna be there. But I think that was a heck of a steal.
We got him all the way at 58.
Yeah,
he was ranked up 21.
They moved up for they made a trade to move up, but. That when you question why Andrew Berry compiled so many draft picks, there's an example why. He was able to move up to get the guy that was there that they couldn't believe was still
And he's from Cleveland.
Yes.
So old town boy, man.
That's awesome. Bayou has a lot of years too. A lot of like experience wise. Was probably there 3 or 4 years ago. I remember seeing that when they picked up. But the biggest question is why take 2 tight ends in the draft if you had other needs?
Well, David Njoku's done. He wanted to come back. The Browns are saying that he lost his speed. I can't run anymore because he was so big of a dude. The first thing that goes is your knees, and he took a lot of abuse over the middle. And he took it for the Browns. He took I hate to see him go. I'd like to see him turn him into a coach or something, like a tight end coach or something, because he dedicated himself to the Browns organization, and that's very rare these days too.
Yeah. How about, does it tell us more about how Todd Monken wants to run the offense at Cleveland?
Sure, because the people they did draft are good walkers.
Well, and also maybe we'll see some 12 personnel. We'll see 2 tight ends on the floor.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, they definitely addressed it. They chose 8 out of the 10 picks on the offensive side. Oh.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is it might not be uncommon to see 2 tight ends.
No.
That's basically depth picks. They're going to end up on practice squad maybe, but because the Browns already have Fannin as their number 1, and then they have a number 2 as well. And so we'll see. We'll see what happens. They got to make the team. I was really shocked with another quarterback, but after watching John Gruden's quarterback YouTube show, I understand why they took him now. This kid is extremely talented. Extremely. He started his first 2 years at Boise State and did well, and then moved on to Arkansas for 2 years. So he's a 4-year starter. He, could he run the ball. He's dynamic. He's a good option quarterback, kind of like. He's gotten more accurate as the years went on. Yeah. He didn't rely so much on his speed. He was able to throw downfield more.
I saw something they compared him with a Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill 2.0.
From the New Orleans Saints, they can put in well, I don't know. The Reds media said that's their thing. They think this guy can be a hill and have a package just for him to do in the game around the ball.
Yeah. So what does that mean for Gabriel then? I know we talked a lot about
You know, Gabriel really didn't show that he could be an NFL quarterback at all. So I'm assuming that he's going to be the odd man out now. But we'll have to wait and see. Right. You never know, man. Somebody could go down real easy.
And we were talking earlier today that sometimes we expect too much out of these rookie quarterbacks coming in the NFL, and that there's something
That's the problem.
to be said to let them sit and learn. And we talked about NFL greats to do it.
Yeah, I bring that up.
Sam, that's some really good stuff. I'm just saying,
I know. I have a little beef with the Cleveland Browns media.
oh, I know.
Mary Kay Cabot came out with an article, and it stated that Deshaun Watson, who I've been saying, watch out, came out of the camp leading
Yeah.
the quarterback ring. Well, it's hard to tell in 3 days in shorts and t-shirts.
Right.
No defense. But she based it off the fact that he ended up getting more reps off of the first team than Shador did.
Yeah.
So there's a big section of fans that are behind Shador because simply because he's young and he shows that he does have some talent. We're not going to sit here and say he doesn't have talent.
Yeah.
But he's sure got a lot more to show me because you don't run back 30 yards, take a 30-yard sack.
Yeah.
In the NFL, that's college, that's high school stuff.
This is true, but Deshaun Watson's got a lot to prove too. He hasn't done it.
Sean Watson has a lot to prove, but
2012.
at least 2 years.
But
the last game he played really well was in Baltimore.
Well, I'm talking about more when he had that good season in with these Texans. Yeah.
I think it's
Oh, he played. He was
That's what we paid all that money for.
he was the MVP. He was an MVP candidate. Not that he won it, but he was at least mentioned in the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL at that time. And that's why they paid all that money to get it. Because he came available. That usually don't happen. When you're a top 5 quarterback, teams don't want part of you. But this one was bad blood and there was some trouble brewing and I don't think the Browns did their due diligence of the background stuff, and they should have gave the kid a little bit more support. But I'm pulling for him if he does. If he pulls this out and he becomes a starter, I sure hope he succeeds, just so he can rewrite his story.
Yeah, and we brought that up too. It'd be a really great way to.
But people say, well, you're crazy because he's not the future. How could he help the Browns? Well, I'll tell you how he could help the Browns. This is what upsets me, is these people think they know. When's the last time they coached? Yeah. When's the last time they took a team to the Super Bowl? Yeah. Because ask Brett Favre or ask Aaron Rodgers. How many times did he win the MVP? And who did he set behind for a couple of years?
Tom Brady.
Brett Favre. Tom Brady set behind who? Drew Bledsoe. And it took Drew Bledsoe to get hurt. They didn't think Tom Brady was even going to make it in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean he's a rare boy.
But quarterbacks have proven to set behind other quarterbacks usually get better. They could take their time and look at Jordan Love right now in Green Bay. Who did he set behind? Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Where does this thought process come from that you come out of college and you got to be put right to the fire?
Yeah, it's some unnecessary expectation.
I'm sick of the Browns media pushing that narrative that if Deshaun Watson plays, it's no help for the Browns. That's not so.
Yeah,
he can help. To me, and I'm excited about this. I'm a little teed off about it.
I may or may not have known that, Brady.
He knew it. He knew about it. But
This is why he's fired up.
It's good banter.
I'm fired up over it because
You have the right to be.
what's wrong? Shador shows promise.
Yeah.
What's wrong with him sitting behind Deshaun Watson for half a season or more?
Right.
I know, we got to see what Shador's got. We saw a little bit last year what he's
We got
got.
a film on it.
Yeah. And it ain't there yet.
It's not developed yet. It's pretty raw.
Exactly. And I think it could be my personal opinion.
Yeah.
I think he could benefit from sitting behind a Watson and get humble a little bit.
For sure.
This guy has a entourage following around, documenting his life. I don't have anything against Shador Sanders.
I hope that he is the answer of the future. I don't think he is, but I hope he is. Just because I'm a Browns fan, I want to see the Browns succeed in the best way possible. And to just throw a narrative out there because he's out there shaking hands and kissing babies is the wrong idea.
Right. And I think ultimately that's what the Browns need to do is they need to change that win cone. And you know, they need to put the right guys in place to do that. So
he may end up getting forced in there because Deshaun Watson may not be what he used to be.
Yeah.
He hasn't proven it. He's had a couple great games for the Browns. Don't deny that. His last game against the Ravens was really good.
How long ago was that, though? That's
A couple years ago, but still he's got 2 years off to actually get healthy.
How long
Mentally and physically healthy.
How long is it going to take him to get game ready?
Well, I'll tell you what, he's been working hard. He looks good.
well, and I think his athletic ability was never really a question as much as his turnover ratio was. I mean, his interceptions and decision making sometimes were a little questionable, whereas Shador has a lower interception rate.
You want my opinion? The Taylor Green that they've drafted out of Arkansas, he'll be pushing Shador. I guarantee you he'll push him. A lot more than Dylan Gabriel.
I'll tell you who will be pushing people in Cleveland, and that is Todd Monken. I love him. I'm very excited about what I see from him. I like hearing him talk. I just like the cut of his jib, as Matthew Berry would say.
So I'm excited for the Cleveland Browns, man. They're definitely heading in the right direction.
Let's bring my temperature back down.
Yeah, I'm just talking about some faucets.
I love that you brought Monken up, because when we talk about Deshaun Watson and the whole, it's probably going to go down as one of the biggest failure paying him as much as he has produced for what you pay for. But let's go back to, this is Monken's team now, okay? Deshaun Watson is just a normal quarterback. He's not in the eyes, he's not in the shadows of any more of last year's quarterback or last year's coach, Stefanski. How much of Stefanski just didn't like Deshaun Watson, so he just did everything possible to not give him an opportunity?
Now we're cranking him back.
I don't think
I'm more looking at Monken.
Yeah.
Is Monken's vision of a
He is the
team?
answer,
Is
yeah.
he going to be able to give Deshaun Watson back to the level he was?
I think Todd Monken fits both guys. Just short, Deshaun and Shador both. He's a no-nonsense guy, coach. But you hit on something there, and I'm glad you brought that up because I've forgotten that Deshaun Watson did not fit in Stefanski's offense.
Correct.
He bucked it from the beginning, and you see where it got him. And Stefanski was hard-headed and would change whatever it was and give him a chance to succeed in Cleveland. I feel like he was hampered by that, the coaching thing. And I think this coach fits in his style a lot more. Stefanski wanted to run the ball, but throw. Run the ball, but throw.
So I think,
First, run second.
well, Monken is going to be run downhill, run the ball down your throat. So
Like Ravens.
Ravens 2.0 is what they're saying. And they're saying even Concepcion is comparable to like Zay Flowers from Baltimore Ravens. And so Monken, which will put less stress on the quarterback, maybe. I don't know, in my opinion. And then Monken brought in that guy, Schweitzer, right? He was his run game coordinator in Baltimore, who's now the offense coordinator for the Browns. So, I mean, I just think it's going to be a different offensive blueprint for them. So it might not be as heavy on Deshaun Watson or Shador altogether.
Good news. Off-field topic. Shador had a big weekend. He went back to Boulder to walk on stage and collect his degrees. So
That is cool. Yeah,
I saw collected his degrees. Dad was there in his stance. It was kind of emotional for him. But I think the Browns are, we always say it, they're one game closer to being better in the way last year. Last year they made the big picks on defense. Look how well that turned out. With Schweitzer on the linebacker.
What a pick.
You have Junkins who stepped up and showed that he's
We're not. That's what surprised me is they didn't really get a running back.
is it Fan who came in. It was probably the best rookie tight end in the league. One of the top 10 probably in tight ends. And then they went and drafted 8 out of the 10 guys this year on the offense side to fix that portion of their game. It just feels like they're starting to be putting the labels back together.
Yeah, they're trying to build for the future, that's for sure. Speaking of building for the future, today they broke ground, right? Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday, they turned around on the new stadium.
It's going to be under
2.6
It's going to be up.
No, it is. It's going to be.
Yeah, it sits down.
The field is going to be underdown because there's regulations on how high the stadium could be because of the airport. That's right next to the airport. So they found out that
There's another.
they had to go deeper than what they first originally planned on.
I didn't know that.
There's another stadium that's like that. You go into the stadium and it actually sits down in. Is it Dallas? That dome?
I'm not sure. Yeah. I don't pay that much attention to stadiums.
It almost reminds me back to, I don't know if you've ever been there, but you'll remember when we played at Triway. Their basketball court used to be down in an old swimming pool. Used to be an old swimming pool and it sat down there.
It was like that too. They're down in the bottom.
I think it was a pretty cool.
Like Cleveland's field house. Canton's field house there. McKinley's cash is down there too. You get
To see the sit up so much.
how about $2.6 billion projected at 2020 high.
Crazy, yeah. It's not just a football stadium.
Excuse me. Sign is
It's planned for bigger events, larger.
Oh, Danelle mentioned about it's Super Bowl. It's big enough to be able to hold Super.
They can hold a Super Bowl and host the Super Bowl now with this new stadium when it's done. But the thing about it is I'm kind of serious to see how the average family is going to be able to afford to attend this stadium.
That'll be interesting.
But everything, the way this is designed and built is everything's on one campus. So you'll have hotels, parking lots, stores, restaurants, all on one lot. One large lot, and Haslam will take it all in.
Yeah. Well, in the Dawg Pound will be on the visitors' side as they're coming out.
You'll probably put a Flying J in the middle of it.
That is cool.
Geez, man, this science is what get me, dude, with the weather change. But
Yeah.
it says a transparent roof too. So
They can open up and it's nice and sunny.
Still completely enclosed, but he sets you free.
So how much does that take away from going to Cleveland and football season for the NFL? The November, December, January when it's snow, cold. How much does that play a factor in?
It's a better location because it's surrounded by highway. Instead, it's downtown streets.
but it does take away from that mud, freezing rain.
Play it for opponents have to come in. It's a diversion they have to face.
Yeah, I know an extra thing won't have.
It's not too happy.
Yeah, there'll be a faster turf, that's for sure.
Faster turf. Does having a new stadium like that, because we've talked about it in the last couple of years, with Travis is the grading period, where the locker rooms, the fan experience. You remember all that we talked about those, how the Browns have always they've always had bad grades when it comes to those things. Now, how much is this new stadium going to attract players to wanting to come to Cleveland if that's an opportunity?
Well, they've been updating and improving their facility at Berea as well, which is the practice facility, and it's just right down the road from this. So it's like
That'll benefit.
it's a perfect play. It's a perfect combination, and yeah, you're right. I think that the grades will really improve a lot.
Yeah, that's what.
But they keep making changes to the practice facility as well. So,
Well, we'll see, man.
but
This was fun.
So we're not done.
Oh, we're not down.
No, I had something fun in mind that I wanted to do.
All right, here we go.
I wanted to do a build your fantasy team and see who has the best fantasy team, and we're gonna be a randomized style. So basically, how it goes is I'm gonna hit a randomizer on my tablet. I'll start with Dad. Where a team comes up, he's got a quarterback, a running back, 2 receivers, a tight end, and a defense to pick from. And we're just gonna see who has the better team, and just it's all for fun. But I think it was something cool that I did see him going on a lot. I think we could hop into it and look at it.
so who gets the first cut?
How does it go?
So we'll just go Dad, then you, then me. I'm gonna hit the randomizer, and then I'll work with Josh about getting this up there, and then get that out there. So first team, Dad, that you have to pick from is the Detroit Lions. So now it's open board. You can choose who you make.
Yeah.
And we can't choose the other one as well. So if we get Detroit, we can't take that team either.
I could take wide receiver.
You can take quarterback, one running back, 2 receivers, tight end, and a defense.
I'll take the one wide receiver from Detroit. I'm like what's his name?
St. Brown.
Yeah.
He's taking St. Brown. Could you keep notes on this, Jason, since you're
I'll try. All right, so
Amon St. Brown.
Amon St. Brown, Dad took a receiver.
Words and shows. I did it.
He's definitely a receiver one. Jason,
yes.
you got Green Bay Packers.
Oh, God. How many rounds are we doing in this?
So we're just gonna do quarterback, running back, receiver, tight end, defense. It's just that's all we're doing.
Well, I don't want love. Right?
You don't want low because you couldn't fall back and get in Green Bay again already. So
Oh yeah. So
you got the running back.
yeah, let me get to running back.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
What's his name? I'm looking it up right now. Yeah, unfortunately, the Green Bay Packers is like getting the Arizona Cardinals. I don't know who.
They're starting to improve on the offensive side of the ball. Or the
Josh Jacobs. Give me Josh Jacobs. So I'll take Josh Jacobs. I will write that down now.
Okay. And I got the Philadelphia Eagles.
lucky dog.
So I'm taking.
Look at this guy.
I'm taking Saquon probably. Okay.
Probably.
They're probably an easy pick there. Dad, you're next up. Your team is the Baltimore Ravens. You trade your receiver Allen. Take it as Lamar Jackson. Taking the quarterback one. Okay. Jason's up next. He's trying to keep up with this. Go ahead. Jason's got the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's you got some movement there. You could take
actually, you know what?
The receiver number 2. You could take Trevor Lawrence as your quarterback.
T-ball.
You know Hunter's gonna go one position next year.
Saying not you got Travis Hunter as well.
He's gonna be an offensive receiver.
Oh, is he? I thought what the other
Think, right? Or did they go defense?
I thought it was a defensive guy.
Maybe so.
Very so. All right, shout out to Ryan Rhodes. I'll go with T-Law as my quarterback.
T-Law?
Yeah.
Okay. I got the San Francisco 49ers. That stinks. I took Barkley because I could have got CMC. But I think I'll take Kittle as my tight end. I think Kittle's improving himself. I think he's pretty good.
He can stay on the field.
If he can stay on the field healthy. So I feel good. I got Barkley and Kittle. Dad, you're up, and you got the New England Patriots as your team. You need a house. You still need a defense?
I'll take their defense.
That's a pretty good defense. You got a receiver. You got your quarterback, your defense. Now you need another receiver, tight end, and running back. Jason, you got the Houston Texans. Their defense is pretty good.
I'll take their D.
Okay. You already took a quarterback. You got CJ.
Mm-hmm. That's what.
Oh, what? Real quick, I heard Nick Chubb might have a reunion with Browns. Maybe.
I see that. I
I think he threw him back and play a game or two and then retire as a Cleveland Brown. That'd be awesome.
That's crazy.
If he can make it through the season, it'd be great because I don't know how Junkins is going to be.
I got the Browns.
Oh, the D.
I think. I took Kittle already. I think I'll take their D. I think I take the Browns D. So I got the Browns D.
I don't know why I'm talking him into that.
Barkley, and I've got Kittle as my tight end.
Yeah, just let me double check. So you have Saquon Barkley, Kittle, and now the Browns D. That's not bad. Dad's got, just to make sure, Shade around Lamar Jackson and the Patriots D.
Correct. But now you got the Saints. So
The Saints, who they got? They sucked.
they have Kamaras, though.
All right, I'll take Kamara. I don't know, though. He's on his downside. I'll take Kamara, though.
Kamara?
Yeah.
Okay, that's like Noah Kamara.
Who's their receivers? Chris Olave. They got Travis Etienne Jr., running back, Tyler Shao, or QB.
Oh, you should know. That's one of your favorite, too.
Jordan Tyson.
All right, so it's TP. You got the Atlanta Falcons. That's a pretty good team. They got Drake London. They also have Kyle Pitts. They have Bijan Robinson. Their running back, probably the best running back out there.
I have Josh Jacobs, though. How many running backs can we have? Just one. So I have a running back, quarterback. So I need a tight end.
You need two receivers is what you did as well.
Oh, I still need a receiver?
You get 2. 1 and 2.
So give me Drake London.
Right? Drake London?
It's a good pick, but I can't believe he didn't take Bijan. It's probably the best right.
Oh yeah, running.
Maybe he could drift too.
No, just one.
Oh, just one?
One quarterback, one hit out, 2 receivers, 10, and
That's what was he Allen Robinson.
all right. So these are basically tough. I got Tennessee Titans, and I still need receivers, and I think I'm going to go with Tate. That's my number 2.
Dog.
That's my number 2.
I think this was a setup.
What are some areas? Oh, all right. So you got Saquon, you got a running back there, Kittle. So you have a tight end, you have the D, Browns D. You got Carl Tate, receiver.
Dad, you got the Philadelphia Eagles.
I need a receiver.
They have Devontae Smith. We just chose Lemon. AJ Brown's on his way out. He's still
Yeah, baby. But I'll take Vontae.
Jason gets the Indianapolis Colts.
You know, they're a decent team.
They're better. I got Dino Jones.
Well, I need a receiver, do I?
They have, is it Pittman?
Yeah.
Memphis Dogs.
We got Jonathan Taylor.
Ooh, yeah, he's good.
Well, there you got Jacobs.
But you don't need a run.
He doesn't need a running back. That's what stinks about having like the Packers off for Brown. He should have took Love as quarterback. What do you think?
How about?
Do I need a tight end? You still need a tight end. So Warren probably.
Yeah.
That's a good pick.
Good pick. Great pick.
Yeah.
See. I still need a receiver and a quarterback, and I got New England. Probably gonna take Drake May. Pretty happy about that.
I think you tight end.
You have San Francisco 49ers. And I already took Kittle, so you can't, if that's all you need left, right? I get to re-randomize for you because I'm seeking.
I want Kansas City and
You got Timbernair, you got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which is good. You got Brittle. Brittle's a really good tight end.
Is he their best tight end?
He's their best tight end, man.
All right, I'll take him.
Gronk is retired, man, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know. We was watching you play on the poker tour last night. Celebrity poker.
Jason, you have the New York Giants.
Yeah.
What do you have left? Dang, I was just...
The wide receiver.
Gronk is no be.
Let me get
Ebers, bro.
Malik Neighbor.
And for my receiver, I have the Eagles. I'll take Lemon. I'll take that rookie.
Okay. So are we at the end?
Yeah, that's it.
I think that's it. So
Give me a summary. So are you ready?
I'm not the winner in this exercise. I can tell you that.
well, I took 2 rookies, so I don't think I'd eat. Fortunately,
I don't know. You were looking pretty good.
Does it give you a grade or anything on that?
this is just a randomizer app. Yeah.
So Dad ended up with St. Brown at receiver, Lamar Jackson at quarterback, Kamara at running back, Devontae Smith is his wide receiver number 2, Sharp is a tight end, right? No.
Not sure.
This tight end should have been Brill from Tampa Bay,
Oh, okay.
which is really good.
Yeah. So
Yeah, mine ain't too bad.
Ryan, the end of the Barkley, Cornell.
This is not right.
So Cornell Tate.
Yeah, I took Clarence Tate.
You did?
As my receiver.
Oh, okay, perfect. So they're Drake May, George Kittle, and Browns D.
Yeah.
So right, and then I ended up with Neighbors, London, Jacobs, T-Law, Tyler Warren, and Texas defense.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a toss-up, but Dad has the most reliable floor. It says. Ryan has the highest single-game boom potential, and it's strongest starting lineup in terms of true volume target share. So
Sounds like pretty good. Like fantasy.
That was fun.
I didn't realize you took Tate, man.
Oh yeah, I took Tate. So I took Tate and I took Lemon. I took 2 of my receivers were rookies.
That was a fun exercise.
Bad thing is your receivers don't have any stats.
And those stats. This partly helps me.
We don't know. We don't know. But I'll tell you what, this was fun.
Yeah, I was like,
So good banter. Oh, yeah, that was a cool way.
you guys never brought up the fact that I shaved off my beard. I got a lot of money out of the hair.
Oh,
And I
Lost it.
I went to 4 Eyes.
lens grapher. So you shaved your beard, raised the money, you got some bucks. Looks good, man. Looks good. You look more intelligent. Yeah.
More extinguished.
Yeah, I felt like
Real fast boss.
your insight today was a little bit more intelligent. So with that, we appreciate you guys tuning in. We had a good time, and we'll catch you next time on the MacCast.
Please share and like.
Yes, hit that like and share button.